Hello, I'm Lucas, and I thought I would show you my book haul from the last books that I bought. I did a book haul last week, but those were books I bought for the New Year, and I called it Chinese New Year book haul because it was closer to that New Year than the Gregorian calendar, the standard one that at least people in America use. I think it's the Gregorian calendar. I don't know. Anyway, these books I actually bought for the New Year because in the New Year, Chinese Year, Year of the Rat, before the coronavirus made everything tenuous. I bought these to celebrate moving to a new job, and I was very happy about that. I might as well just show the rest of my library in another video, because I've shown you most of them. I could just show all of them, to be honest, in some video. I have a ton of books at home in America, but here, not so many. Anyway, they're all Virginia Woolf Penguin classics, because I thought, why not go big? And this is the only book I've read of hers, Mrs. Dalloway by Virginia Woolf. And it's a book, when I read it, I did not fully appreciate, because I didn't understand it. I didn't understand her style. I could follow the story, but it was difficult. It was out of my intellectual grasp at the time. We'll put it that way. But I wanted to get back to it, and I was gonna buy Lord of the Rings actually, but then I saw this and I thought, oh, there's 5 others, and if I get all of those, buying new books, I really hate it. But that's living in China, living in Shanghai, and not in America, and going to a used bookstore. Yeah, this is about Clarissa Dalloway, who is preparing for a party in London, and Septimus Warren Smith, who's suffering from shell shock from World War I. And I'm looking forward to coming back to this. I'll read it very soon. Then we've got Orlando by Virginia Woolf, which is the book I'm most looking forward to for her. Let me go back quickly to read the orange quoted part, because I think it's great for Mrs. Dalloway. She had the perpetual sense as she watched the taxicabs of being far out to sea and alone. She always had the feeling that it was very, very dangerous to live even one day. And that's a great quote to pull for how I remember the book, at least. Anyway, this is Orlando, and it is about a young 16th century nobleman who goes through some centuries. And it was written for Vida Sackville West, and it's a mock biography of a chameleon-like historical figure. I'm sick to death of this particular self, I want another, is this. I've heard amazing things about this novel, and I wanted to really give Virginia Woolf a push into my reading life, because I hear and see tons of videos and hear and read lots of people talking about how incredible she is. So that is Orlando. This is the book I'm looking forward to the most. Second would be Mrs. Dalloway, maybe. And another famous one that I believe was made into a movie with Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe. To the Lighthouse. Life from being made up of little separate incidents, which one lived one by one, became curled and whole like a wave which bore up bore one up with it and threw one down with it, there with a dash on the beach. And this is about the Ramseys who spend every summer in their holiday home in Scotland. And they expect these summers will go on forever, but the First World War is coming soon. It's looming over them. I think this was made into a movie, or maybe it's The Waves was made into a movie. I think it's To the Lighthouse. I think it was called To the Lighthouse, maybe, I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm looking forward to this book too. I've heard great things. I don't know about the movie. I've heard it's good, but anyway. Then, I guess I already talked about The Waves, so I will show it. The Waves by Virginia Woolf, which traces the lives of a group of friends from childhood to middle age, and shows social events and individual achievements and disappointments to form its narrative, and it's a rich text, blah 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 blah. Let us pretend that we can make out a plain and logical story, so that when one matter is dispatched, love, for instance, we go on in an orderly manner to the next. What a catching, gripping quote. Anyway, I'm looking forward to this book too. I'm looking forward to all these books. I don't think I need to say that really. This is a book I've never heard of, actually. Again, by Virginia Woolf, Between the Acts. And in this one, it is June in 1939, and the inhabitants of a country house prepare for the annual village pageant that will be held in its grounds. It will tell the stories of English history as it does every year, yet the coming of war, World War II, in this case, broods over the whole community, changing the meaning of past and present and heralding a new act. Blah blah blah. She does a bunch of great stuff. That sounds really interesting to me. I'm interested to see. Let's read the quote here. The future shadowed their present, like the sun coming through the many-veined, transparent vine leaf, a crisscross of lines making no pattern. Well then, that's Between the Acts. And then I didn't know that she wrote short stories. So we've got short stories where she tests the boundaries of fiction and develops a new language of sensation, feeling, and thought, recreating in words the swarm and confusion of life. Why, and to read the quote, why, if one wants to compare life to anything, one must liken it to being blown through the tube at 50 miles an hour, landing at the other end without a single hairpin in one's hair. Yes, that seems to express the rapidity of life, the perpetual waste and repair, also casual, also haphazard. Okay, so that is Virginia Woolf selected short stories. It's a really nice cover, I think. All of them had nice covers, but those are the Virginia Woolf books. Those are the last books I bought before the coronavirus, and I'm hoping that 1 year this will end and I will get to leave my room. Until then, I'm sure you'll see me make 1,000 more videos. Goodbye.